I think you picked the right person for this. This is something that is near and dear to me, being a man myself, and also doing this kind of for a career. You know, I'm a sports-based chiropractor here in Corpus Christi, and I do a lot of health seminars and talks and different websites. And raising two young men on my own, I think I'm the right guy for the task on this one. Now, I do want to take a little bit different angle, because I think a lot of times when we talk men's health, we tend to think diet and we tend to think workouts. And although those are very important aspects for any man, and I'm not downplaying those because I write them all the time, it's incredibly important. I think there's more to it being a man than just being able to eat right and lift a lot of weights. I think there's a mental aspect, and in the modern era, this is starting to be skewed. I think this idea of, you know, being an alpha man that's really come back in the last couple of years gets looked at wrong. It gets looked at on, oh, you're trying to be the tough guy and you're going back to caveman eras, and I can't disagree with that more. This term, this idea of alpha man, is just about becoming a better person and a better human being. Being a leader, being the family man, being the guy that walks the walk instead of just saying, here's what you do. And I think that's super important. Obviously, my wife and I have had these conversations before, and we have talked about what's important for our family. And what's important for our family is leading the right example. That's the most important family aspect for me. I can't just tell my kids, here's how you do things and here's how you make your world happy. We have to do them. So of course, at times I stress about money just like everybody else, but we still book that trip. We still take the effort to get out there and make those vacations, because that's what's important. I want my kids to see this world. Travel is something that is incredibly important for me. And had I not had these conversations with myself in the past, we probably don't make all those decisions we do. So one of the good tools that I use for getting to this idea and starting to get some laser beam focus on what's important with your own life is have a conversation with your future self. Now, this may seem a little far out there and a little trippy, but pick yourself 10 years from now and talk to that person. Go in a room where no one can hear you talking crazy and just have a conversation. And I think you're going to come out of a little 5-minute talk with your future self and really have much better focus on what truly is important for you. What are you spending so much time on that really isn't gonna matter in the grand scheme of things? And what are things that you should be spending more time on? Because I think looking back at myself in my 40s, I definitely am a different person than I was in my 20s. I would never take any of that away, but I sure would like to have a little advice and a little bit of push, because I think it would be a fast forward track to where I should be. As far as leading and becoming an example, some of the things I talk about with my families a lot are, why do manners still count in a world where there's supposed to be completely equality? You know, why is it important that I open a door? And I'm not talking about a man opening a door for a woman. I'm talking a man opening a door because it's the right thing to do. I also think there's an emphasis on the accumulation and the addition of money in your life, rather than looking at money the right way, where it's a tool. Money allows you to do the things that you need to do and that you want to do. You know, I talk to my family about, are you supposed to be happy 100% of the time? I think that's something that's just erroneous in our world. No one is going to be a 10 out of 10 happy all the time. So if you want more on that, see my article on why being a 7 out of 10 is your perfect aspect to be. Guys, at the end of it, there's so much more to men's health than just the fitness stuff, than just the diet stuff. Start to become alive and start to work on bettering yourself. You know, if you sat down and you said right now, what are all these things I want to change, or what are all these things I want to get better on, it gets overwhelming. I mean, I've got 50 things I want to change. So instead of trying to add all those different things at once, maybe pick one, change one thing a week and work on it and make yourself better. It's not hard, they're just little things, but over the course of time, you've reinvented yourself. When I look back on my last 2 decades of my life, and I'm not perfect by any means, but I sure feel like I'm in a way better place than I was in my 20s. And a lot of that is because the things that I didn't like, or the things that I wanted to move forward on, I just made the conscious effort to get out there and get better at these things. Try things I was uncomfortable with and just improve on life. And, you know, it's not perfect, but I feel good with where I'm at. And I think I can help anybody else out there get to be better. That's the name of the game. So get out there, be proud of being a man, be proud of who you are, and continue to push it and make men everywhere better. Take care, guys. Have a happy June and enjoy your summer and enjoy Men's Health Month.